Hi, welcome to In3 Nerds We Trust podcast. I'm Tina Jan. This is Jennifer Higgins. And today we're talking about real estate. It's not about the money. What?
It's not about the numbers.
Oh, okay. It's not about the numbers. Okay. I don't know. What numbers are we talking about?
Okay, so this time of year is when you start to see a lot of social media posts of like, I did this last year and I rule. So we're both right. It's not about the money and it's not about the numbers. And we just wanted to do just a little podcast just to say like there's way more to it. There's way more to us as realtors and what we do for our clients, what we do for our communities, than just the numbers that people share. And I know one of my biggest pet peeves, and I love achieving, I love being the top agent, blah, blah, blah. But it's not what it's about. And this time of year, you just start seeing everybody's a top producer. Every single damn person out there. And how is that possible? That's not possible. So what really should distinguish you for who you pick to be your realtor should be more about how you vibe with them, how they make you feel,
Do you
listened
trust
to,
them?
do you trust them? Yeah.
Hmm.
And their integrity is huge. It
Hmm.
should not be about their pocketbook. It should be about yours 1000%.
So for me, I feel like if we're talking about like dollars, like numbers, I think people think, oh, she's a luxury agent. She'll only do luxury. I would say 90% of agents will work tiny homes for tiny prices and luxury homes for luxury prices. Like, I think we're very much more about, we like to, at least you and I think we like to help people.
Right.
And for me, I feel like if you do the right thing and you help people get what they want, it doesn't matter if it's a tiny home price or if it's a big home price. Like in the end, they're happy and then, you'll get paid. So I feel like a lot of agents, I think it's a misunderstanding that agents work for the money.
Right.
Yes, we need to get paid for our time and work, but
Right.
it's a big range between a tiny home and a luxury home.
Yeah, I like to say I can help you buy or sell your home from a mobile home to a mansion. I mean, literally it's just a scale. And I feel like if we, especially like you and I, represent our clients right, then they're just going to refer us to all their friends and family. And I've had clients who, bought a tiny home and who referred me to somebody who had a mansion. And
Hmm.
so it's all about making sure that you're doing the right thing for people every single day that really makes a difference for who you are.
Yeah.
Um, I feel like in my notes, it's about the impact we have for our clients. It's about giving back to our community. It's about educating our clients and our fellow realtors. And let's go back on that realtor,
Not a
not
realtor.
realtor or realtor, realtor.
Maybe.
And that's been my public service announcement for the day. Please say it right, please, with for all that's holy, please. Okay, I'll get off my box about
What if
that.
they have an accent?
It's still, I mean, I'm not going to try to do an accent, but realtor. Yeah, yeah. Um, it, it's about educating how best to protect ourselves and our clients and how to make the best decisions.
Hmm.
So, um, I know that often I like to tell my clients, these are the options that you have. It's your choice. And just help them see the good, the bad, and the ugly about every single choice that they can make and help them make the best decision for them. But ultimately, it's your decision. I'm not going to be paying your mortgage. So
Hmm.
you need to be happy with everything that comes through.
Yeah. Yeah. And to go to your point of numbers, so you were saying like a lot of agents right now at the end of the year, they were posting, oh, top whatever person in production. How are they calculating those? And on what sides and where? And is it just their company? Is it like,
Mhm.
well, those numbers to me, they don't really mean very much. Um, like yes, a top producing realtor is really great in that they have a lot of experience and they bring, their own style of work to, whatever house you're trying to sell or whatever you're trying to buy. But I think there's also, that new hungry realtor too, who has no stats whatsoever. There's also a positive in giving that person a chance too, because you're their only listing.
Right.
They're going to be your listing is all they're going to be thinking and talking about because you know you're the only one. And that big production realtor, they maybe have a good team that can help take care of it possibly, but it's possible that maybe they got a bigger, nicer, easier to work with deal and yours is kind of a pain in the butt deal and you kind of get on the back burner. I don't know. I mean, it's possible.
Actually, let's dig more into that, Tina, because I seem to believe the first time I came across your name, we were at different brokerages,
Yes.
and the client did pick you
Yes.
because I think those reasons, or
I
part
think
of it
it was
was.
those reasons. I think him and when we spoke to each other, we kind of had more maybe personality or background in common. Um, and I will have to tell you, I really liked working with him and his family. And um, his father actually passed away at the house. And it was really sad. And I think about it all the time.
And we talked about that once because we were competing brokerages and really didn't know very much about each other until we started working
Mhm.
together. But we had that one crossover that had happened years before, right?
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
And I was like, all right, I like her. That's fine.
Given your very competitive streak, I'm not as competitive, but hey, if I I was like, ooh, I got it.
But that's really true. And I think that for other agents that might be watching this, these are very valid points, right?
Yeah.
Because I think that if you do have a hungry agent that really wants, if yours going to be their main thing,
Yeah.
then they are going to have the time to dedicate to you. And that is
Right.
an asset, absolutely.
Right. Yeah, they don't know the normal amount of work that you put into like marketing and a listing and things like that. They don't realize when they're brand new that, oh, I am going way above and beyond. Like
Right.
I remember when I was starting real estate, just like a baby agent, I was doing open houses, trying to get that for sale by owner listing. I wasn't even getting, it wasn't even my listing. I wasn't even getting paid for it. The seller felt so bad for me. I think he gave me 40 bucks.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. That was like when I was very, very, very just first starting. I didn't even know how to do an open house at that point.
Well, and look, so we're talking about how, real estate's not about the numbers and just the story that you just gave. I mean, we connect with our clients, we communicate with each other, we truly get to know each other. Like a lot of times when it comes down to the end, it feels weird for us because we've talked to you every day for the last 30 days.
Yeah.
And you're like, peace, I'm out.
Yeah.
So maybe peace. Yeah, I think that other one was not so good. Um,
I didn't even notice.
it's okay. But it's true. Like we're used to the texts and the calls all the time, and then you're like, okay, on with the rest of my life. So just reach out to us every once in a while, and we'll be reaching out to you if we're doing our job right. Um, but it is about that friendship that we develop,
Mhm.
and that trust goes both ways. And we really care about you as you grow into your home and what you're doing with your life. We always appreciate an update on what's going on.
One of my past clients, he was like, "Oh, I would love to get into real estate." I'm like, "Oh, really? Like, what's your number one reason?" Why? He's like, "Because I think it would be such a great way to meet people and make friends." And that was like fourth on my list or something, maybe even sixth. I don't even like put it on my list as like, "Oh, we do become friends." I get to learn so much about them and, work alongside them and you're in their house. Like there's like nothing they're hiding from you because you see
Right.
everything, the
Right.
financial, the everything, their closets. So it's you get to be such an intimate part of their daily life for like 1 to 2 months to 3 months to 6 months, however long it is. But
Years.
yeah, years. And I never thought like, oh, I want to be a realtor because I want to make friends. No, that has never, I have to be honest, that is never, it happens, but I didn't realize it would happen. That makes sense.
Well, even as a golden retriever extrovert, like you like to call me, it's not on my top six either. Because it's when my clients say anything like that to me, really truly it's a compliment, right?
Hmm.
Because when you do ask, why would you want to do this? That the friend thing is new, but
Hmm.
usually they'll say something like, "Oh, well, you seem to really love it, and you seem, you could travel and you just do all these things, and just, I wanted to do that."
Yeah.
And I always tell them, like, I appreciate that. I truly do. I'm like, but do you want me to give you like the dirty secret of real estate? The fact that if I'm doing my job right, you have no idea how much stress is back behind the curtain because it's my job to protect you from that. Then what you're telling me is I'm doing my job. But if you want to do this as your job, then let's talk some more.
That's where I see a lot of people are like, oh, it was so easy. I'm gonna be a real estate agent myself. And you're right. It's because they didn't see how hard it is, how much you prevented with your experience and your knowledge, so that it was pain-free for them, so it was as smooth as possible.
Right.
That is also the difference between an experienced agent and a newer agent. If they're not going to, other agents in the office for help. But
Right.
yeah.
And I think it's that communication and ability too. I know one of the things I really respect about it, what I new or not, an
Hmm.
agent that actually goes and finds, these are the things that we can do to fix the problem. So I tend to call my client after I found different scenarios of how we can fix it. Because I don't want to call you and just stress you out. I
Yeah.
want to call you with, an option. This
Hmm.
just happened. This is what we can do. What works best for you. So
Yeah.
that you're not trying to spin your wheels trying to figure it out yourself. Like we've seen probably something similar to it before, or we can call a friend
Right.
who's probably seen it. And that networking for realtors and that I think is super, super important. Just to be able to call somebody up and be like, hey, I think you went through something like this before. What did you do?
Yeah.
And I appreciate that kind of camaraderie that comes out of it.
So for me, I do more property management now and I call it problem management. It's not so much property. I feel like real estate is a lot of that too. Real
Yeah.
estate is creative solutions. You're trying to find every situation is so unique. Every player, every seller, every buyer is so unique. So you're trying to find a solution that works with everybody involved for the situation it is.
Right.
And so for me, in that way, real estate is not about numbers and money. It's about finding solutions for everyone to get
Right.
them to a goal that makes everyone pretty much happy.
Absolutely. And I think that the longer that people have been in it, the more that they may have seen. But again, if they have somebody that they can call and just be like, hey, Tina, this is what's going on. Like, what have you seen this before? Is there anything that you
Mhm.
could tell me? And I truly believe that there are quite a lot of us out here that we want to help. We don't want you to make the same mistakes we did. They were
Yeah.
painful enough for us. And it just helps the whole industry if we can help each other, find those solutions and grow the professionalism of our field.
I think it's possibly a newer generation thing too, because we grew up with YouTube and sharing information and being happy to share information in that way. There's not as much like information hoarding anymore because the
Right.
information's out there. So I think as newer, younger agents come into the business, it'll be one more professional because we want the idea of real estate to be less to be more transparent. We're I think it's coming from an aspect of helping each other. So, and also information sharing. And so I think as real estate progress, it's going to be more about that too. More helpfulness, more transparency, more genuine like caring and helping people.
I hope so.
I hope so
I,
too.
I also see though, like I think that HGTV is not helping us at all. Just so everybody knows, HGTV most of the times those they've already closed escrow. It's not they saw three houses they made it's not real. And so that's one of the things I have to dispel a lot with my clients. And like selling sunset. It's definitely not selling sunset, not in our area. I don't know. Maybe it is out there, but what do you say, Gina?
Sometimes I was just telling someone sometimes I feel like being here because I work primarily in the Inland Empire. We're a little bit different from the city folk. I don't know. Like, we're just more, I don't know, friendly. We're friendlier.
I will say that yeah, from all of the different areas that I've worked in, Beaumont, Banning, Cherry Valley, those I feel like I have the most solid friends in. And we do trust each other. And we all work at different brokerages. It's just that we're supportive of each other. Whereas in some of the bigger cities that I've worked in, it is a little bit more
I feel like aggressive, a little salesy, a little bit more cutthroat.
adversarial. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, definitely. I mean, once you get in there, they're definitely because it's super important to get to know other agents so that
Mm-hmm.
you can help your client. There are quite a few that are fantastic, but it is a little bit more adversarial, I will
Mm-hmm.
say, which
Yeah.
is what it is. I mean, I'm going to be a bulldog for my client no matter what.
Oh, yeah.
So that's all that matters.
Yes. I mean, we're still going to be like that,
Yeah.
but it's with our own distinct geographical flavor.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes. Yeah.
Which I think it's so amazing. What did our current president for CAR, Tamara Szyminski, she calls it co-opetition.
Hmm.
So cooperative competition. And I think that's so accurate. Yeah, I just love that. So curious question. What percentage of clients would you say don't come to fruition? Like,
Hmm. As in how many buyers you're going to work with before you can get one that's interested in actually writing an offer and following through and closing deals?
yeah,
Hmm. Oh, that's a good question. I I think it varies from person to person.
yeah.
I think someone with more experience is going to have a better ratio.
Potentially, and also depending on where it comes from, right? If it's a warm referral, if it's one of
Hmm.
my clients that's referring me,
Yeah.
it's already a lot easier threshold to pass.
Hmm.
Whereas if it's like one of these internet leads,
Yeah.
they know nothing about you. And so it does take a lot more work, a lot more follow-up, I think,
I
in
think it's
general.
also your follow-up game. Like,
Oh,
how
hell yeah.
good are you at reaching out, whatever they call it, like touch points? How often do
Right.
you touch the
I would
clients?
touch the client.
But it's like,
Why
how
did you have
often
kitten hands for
I'm
that
okay
too?
handing them? Hey. I think it's about how often and how you reach out to the client. Like, are you, like, what kind of, touch are you doing? Like, are you in person? So for me, when I meet up with a new client, I like to meet up with them in person as soon as possible. I feel like
Mm,
that in person, face-to-face connection really helps them understand me, what I'm trying to do, get a feel for my vibe, and let them decide earlier on, hey, I like this person. I trust them. I'm willing to work with them. So the sooner I can get that face to face, the sooner I think I can convert them into a good like customer.
right. I also think the amount of time that they let you spend to ask questions, right?
Hmm.
So, like, I truly find that the more curious that we are about what our clients' goals are, about what's kind of, behind them looking for a home or looking to sell their home now, that actually advises us on how best to take care of them.
I think that's because I think it shows you're listening. You care.
Mhm.
You want to hear their opinions. I think
Right.
for me as an introvert, it works. It surprisingly works pretty well because I talk less. I let them explain more. So that is one of it. For the introverts out there that hate sales, like if you think about it this way, where you're listening to what your clients have to say, that works really well. And it's a one-on-one kind of situation. So you're not in this group full of people. That's how I think introversion and real estate can actually be pretty good together.
I agree. And I think that for us extroverts that are out there just reminding ourselves, I like to I always tell agents this, you have two ears and one mouth, use them accordingly. So two-thirds of the time you should be listening. It's not about us. If we're explaining something, yes, but then get right back to them. I know I talked about it before in a couple of our other podcasts, but I feel like I've done my job if at the end they're like, "Hey, where do you live? Like, do you have a boyfriend? Like, what is going on with your life?" I'm like, exactly. It's been about you this whole time, which is how it should be. I'm like,
Hmm.
it's cute that you're following up now, but like I know that, and that doesn't necessarily have to be that way. There are some also curious clients,
Hmm.
but I guess it's a point of pride for me to be like, yeah, I tried really hard not to talk about myself. So
I I don't talk about myself very much. For me, it's really about listening to them, and I feel like I'm just like I'm the side character. I'm not the main character.
yeah,
So
totally, exactly,
yeah.
yeah, because it is.
So
It should be
yeah.
all about our clients. We're serving them, so
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see. What besides numbers makes you consider a realtor again, one of the good ones?
Hmm. I mean, in modern day, I feel like having really good reviews online and numerous amounts of good reviews. And in those reviews, if it tells you, like, oh, yeah, they really listened to me, they were very responsive, I feel like now it's about good reviews. Someone took the time out of, a client took the time out of their
Right.
busy day to give you a review. That means a lot.
It really does. And I would also say communication. I mean, and that is usually something that's touched upon on the review,
Hmm.
having people be responsive because it's a lot. It's a lot when you go to purchase or sell a home and you have so many questions, and it's important to have somebody who is able to get back to you. Like even like Tina said, if she's driving, I'll get back to you. Can I talk to you in 15 minutes so I can take notes?
Hmm.
I mean, it's all about setting expectations. And unfortunately, I think that's something that I think almost every field has an issue with communication. But I know that that is the one thing that across all realtors you hear, like if people are really mad, it's usually because of lack of communication,
Yeah.
over
I mean,
communicate.
we should never be the ones that ghost a person. Like,
No,
we, that drives me crazy when people just ghost me. I'm just like, what? Just tell me anything. You just tell me anything and I'll be okay with it. Like, I just like, what is wrong with people? I would never, I feel like I would never do that, but I don't know.
yeah, just give us an answer. It's fine. Even if it's not an answer we like, it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
I think that especially for, those of us who have been around for a while, that one of the biggest things that as a realtor you can do is just have things that just brush off of you. Like always try to get better. Like if they can give you some constructive feedback that helps you
Yes.
become a better agent, fantastic. If
Mm-hmm.
they just don't vibe with you, they just don't vibe with you. And that's
Yeah.
okay. Like you want people that are your people because
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to enjoy that a lot more. And it's just going to be a lot better process overall. I also wanted to say, like, one other thing about real estate is not about the numbers. Each of us, every single realtor is an independent business owner. And for each of us, that business path looks different. So it may be that your agent's fantastic. They just don't want to be a top producer. Maybe they
Mm-hmm.
got, they're taking care of family at home. Maybe they're taking care of aging parents. There's so many other things that are important that it doesn't necessarily have to be about chasing the numbers.
Absolutely. I completely 100% agree with that. Everyone's work career, because we set up our own time and our own schedules and what our life wants to look like, maybe the agent is not that, I don't know. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't know where I'm going with this, but yeah, every agent is different. And that doesn't mean that they're not going to be good. So it's hard to compare. It's not easy to compare agents just by their numbers. You could be overlooking someone who would be a perfect match for you that you really trust and could be friends with. And if you only look at their like production numbers, could miss a really good one.
Right. So just look at people for their humanity, look at how they take care of you. If you're referred by a friend or family and they say that, they took fantastic care of me, take that to heart because
Mm,
that's somebody you trust who loves you, who's telling you, hey, like this is the person for you.
mhm.
And, just know that we're not all about the numbers. We're about serving our communities and giving back and, just so much more than what you may see on social media and so much more than you may think that we do or we are.
Yeah. No, that's a very positive outlook, and I love it. Sometimes I like try to, I don't know if you guys ever go into this like pit of morose, but sometimes I go onto Reddit into the real estate forums and then you just see people
Mm.
just they're so negative about it's just fun to wallow in the dirt sometimes. Yep.
Yep. Well, thank you all, our third nerd and three nerds we trust for joining us today. Just again, look beyond the numbers, look for the person as we look beyond the homes and we look at the person for our clients.
Yeah.
So thank you for watching. If you have anything that you've seen or if you have a fantastic realtor, shout them out. I mean, especially right now, all everything to lift people up is super important. So if you have had a fantastic realtor in your life, reach out to them and just tell them, hey, thanks.
Yeah.
Because that's huge for all of us.
We're humans.
We are humans.
Sometimes.
But thank you. Have a great day. Bye.
Bye. And that brings us to the end of another exciting episode of In Three Nerds We Trust. Thank you for listening and hanging out with us today. If you have any questions or topic suggestions, reach out to us at in3nerdswetrust@gmail.com. We would love to hear from you, so don't hesitate to reach out. If you found some value in today's episode and want to stay connected, here are a few ways you can do that. Subscribe to In Three Nerds We Trust on your favorite podcast platform so you never miss an episode. Leave us a rating and review on any of the platforms. Your feedback helps us improve and reach a wider audience. Share this episode with friends, family, or anyone who might enjoy the thoughts and insights we shared today. We'll have a new episode every other week, so please stay tuned for more interesting topics. Thanks again for your support, and follow us on Instagram and YouTube as well. Bye!